When you are actually affected by domestic violence, it's very hard for you to reach out. You feel like you're going to be judged by your peers, society, family members. And if somebody hasn't experienced the same type of emotions or the same physical abuse as you, they might not be able to understand you. Overall, you will feel judged. That was something that I indeed struggled with.
We know that life doesn't always deal the fairest of hands. Organizations like the Elizabeth Stone House shouldn't be necessary, but they are. And so what you want to be able to offer to a community is the best in services, a place where someone can go. You know, I grew up with 5 older sisters, and not all of them had the perfect situation. And I think places like the Elizabeth Stone House, instead of an individual woman having to deal with it, now have a place that they can go.
Well, it's just hard for me to imagine the circumstances that the women and children, and sometimes men, have had to deal with in their lives, and it really resonates with the children. Because I feel like if you grow up in a household with domestic violence or substance abuse or mental illness, you know, you're not going to reach your full potential. You're not going to see what's out there.
When somebody can make you feel like you garbage every day, that does really make you feel like nothing. It's not just you, your kids, you know, they can feel it. There's somebody, sometimes they cannot express themselves, but they are suffering like you.
To give people a sense of self-worth, that they can start over after dealing with things that I know I've never had to face, I think that's the true measure of what this organization does.
Adult programming at the Elizabeth Stone House includes our emergency domestic violence program, our transitional housing program, which works with families to be housed for up to 18 months. We also have a community program that works with families and individuals that have experienced domestic violence, however they have not accessed emergency shelter or transitional housing, but are already embedded in the community with their supports. They just need additional support while navigating their life post-domestic violence, which includes the case management that we offer.
We'll talk about budgets, how we budget, the best ways to budget, other alternatives that you can make your budget work.
Support groups at the Elizabeth Stone House are incredibly unique. These groups are very much tailored to the needs of the participants that access our program.
The nurturing group was a big help because I think I was just so sad, and I didn't want to get out the bed. It just made me feel good. It just kind of really gave me some insight into who I want to be as a parent and who I don't want to be as a parent. I already am so in love with my son, but it just made me just love him even more.
So when we think about domestic violence, everyone always talks about the acts, like physical, emotional, sexual, psychological. But domestic violence is all about power and control. So
one of the biggest challenges we have here at the Elizabeth Stone House is that our families have to share space, and we are at full capacity.
And we have to go sort of searching around to find a private space, kick people out, move people, say wait for a half an hour. That's not the best way to be able to deal with people that are in crisis. We're at the point now where I think that the building that we've designed and that we will build is one that will meet our needs for years to come.
So when we move into the new building, not only will we have greater capacity, but the families will also have individual apartments that will allow them the autonomy to raise their families, reestablish safety and security through a variety of ways while accessing case management and additional support services.
I think one of the things we're most excited about in planning a new space for the Parent-Child Center is including gross motor space. The memory of trauma is laid down in kids' bodies. The opportunity to move their bodies in free ways that don't harm themselves or others is invaluable.
We will have an outdoor play area. We will also have a very large daycare center. that can serve not only the residents and their children, but people in the community, some of whom are looking for jobs and don't have any place to put their children. So to me, success would be building this building, and in 3 or 4 years, having the kind of agency that we really dream that we can have.
Success is fairly easy to measure at the Elizabeth Stone House. If you think about what you want for your children or your family or anyone that you know that you love, that's what we're trying to do here.
It is the women, it is the children, it is the individuals that come into the Elizabeth Stone House that define their success. All we do is rally them to get to that next step.
It's watching families reclaim rituals that they've lost in the moves and the shuffles. It's watching families create new memories, and those memories go with them. Those are success moments.
When we're thinking about what we're giving to people, it's more than just the donation, it's more than just the space, but it's a lifetime of change that they might not have experienced otherwise. And I think anyone can feel good about getting behind that.
And I feel like this is definitely the starting point. There was an awesome stability. That's what we needed, and I think we found that here.
Every day is a new opportunity, and we just have to keep working and try to do it better. It's just amazing. I just can say thank you.
I am, and I can actually say I am proud. I took back my power. I am control. I'm in control.